quick warning on this. This video will unfortunately have to contain a lost episode that I have seen when I was a child within a certain age, which I will not explain the age, but it's a show that I do not talk about, but it will be a show that my sister still watches to this day. And this last episode is not the best, and I do not recommend researching this episode if you want to, but that's fine. But the pics that I will show are not from the show at all. It's just some other shows that I like and my reaction to it, or whatever you want to say. And this video is for mature audience or mature age, like 13 or 14 or older. But if you're 12, you're allowed to stay, but you might find pics that you have not seen, or if you understand the show or the pics or the lore of it or the game or whatever I'm showing right now, it's completely fine. But it's a show that I have seen as a lost episode, and the lost episode I will talk about. It was the only time that I have seen it, and plus it was straight off pulled from air and from the network, and plus the channel that I was on, or the app of it, or whatever. But however, but anyways, I'm gonna get this started right now, and let's talk about the lost episode I have seen as a child. And if you want me to research or read an article on one of these, I am allowed to, or I can if you want, as long as YouTube doesn't copyright this video. I will be fine, and I do not own any of these pics or research or answers or anything. And this was told by my mom, which I asked her, have I seen the last episode before, and she had said yes. But anyways, let me start with the video for the day, for today, and the last episode as well. My moon hearts. Okay, so we're gonna start on the last episode that I have seen, I think. And this is also going to be talking about a storyline that I have indeed saw, and I'll tell you guys the story, a bit of it, how I saw it one day. And I do not own the show, the pic I will talk about, and it's a show that my sister watches. I will show you guys the pic in a moment, and I'll talk about it, like about when it was aired and how much seasons it had and how did it end or whatever, or the lost episode about. But one of the lost episode does contain a lot of disturbing things, but I do not have any pics of it. But yeah, but sorry about this pic, but it was the best I could do, and I have more other one, but I'll show later. But let me start talking about the last episode. It was the show, and the show is let me, what is it again? All right, okay, the show is Clarence, a show that my sister watched. The show was about Clarence's main character and his friends, and it was adventures and blah blah blah, and it was alright show, but I didn't really like it. But my sister still watches it to this day, which I don't know why, but okay. This show was aired 2014, 2016, was not really long, and it was made for children / kids, or whatever you want to say. And it had about 3 seasons, only 3 seasons, and it had an unknown ending for some reason, because it left off with a cliffhanger, which they always end up with cliffhangers. I don't know why. But, yeah, this is a show I will be talking about today. And now, let's talk about the story of it, how I found this episode, and what was this episode about. So, one day, me and my mom and my sisters were like in our bedroom, like just chilling, and one day we were like, oh, let's just watch Clarence or something like that. And we found this, we put like random episodes on, and we saw the intro, and it looked very odd. It was like black and red. I'll have to say, I think I don't know why, but the intro was very odd. I thought in my head, I mean, this intro was very odd, and I didn't think too much about it. But The episode took place in a classroom in school, and don't know Clarence, most of the episodes were based off of school, and it was based off an art room, and this art room was barely never actually in the whole show, but the episode was mainly in the art room where you do arts and crafts or whatever. And the teacher, her name is Miss Baker, I think, with a B, I think. I don't know, but anyways, she was talking to the class, like saying like it was kind of glitchy, but I didn't think too much about it. But anyways, the episode started with the teacher and saying like hello class, today we're going to make art paintings or whatever, and they decided to start doing the art paintings, and the art paintings were very disturbing. They were very disturbing, I'll say. And while they were making them, the room was very, very quiet, with Ryan whistling and creepy music playing in the background. I was getting so creeped out by it. And most of the paintings, and the characters were going to be talking to her, like Clarence, Sumo, and Jeff. They're all three of our best friends. They were going to be talking to each other, like, after the whole episode. Like seriously, like, they weren't, but, anyway, they showed their paintings, and all three of my sisters and my mom jumped, and their eyes were all black. The painting eyes were all black, and there was, oh, I can't say this word, but I'll just say there was just red polka dot stuff on the ground of the painting. Let's just, say, like, red polka dot stuff, or whatever you, say, or, whatever. The episode did, go on, and it was very still quiet. They were showing off very quietly, and then after Sumo, Jeff, Clarence, and Belson, or whatever you want to call, after he went up, basically what happened was they were screaming from all the children. Basically screaming from all the children. All the children were screaming in the background, like, ah, 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 whatever. Or like those little kids' screams. There was so much screaming, like something was having like a crucial, death or something, and it was so creepy. It was so creepy. It's so disturbing that the teacher did nothing. And when everyone was done showing their painting, the episode, basically went quiet for a few seconds, and then everything went black and red again, and glitching a lot on the TV, on the screen. And then, basically, maybe I don't remember this part, but, I think after everyone was just, the paint stuff was still on the table, I think, and then the painting stuff was on the table, and the black eyes turned red, and me and my sisters and my mother jumped, like, so bad that the eyes changed colors. Like, what the actual hell? What paintings do that? And the eyes just stay red, like, they don't change black back to black, like, full on, like, they're full of red at this point. But Clarence comes back to class, and everyone's just, like, let's say laying down, doing nothing. And then he picks up the painting. He picks it up so quietly. then um he he turns to the camera. He turns to the camera, and his head turns fully around his head, and then looks at the camera, and then there's a jump scare on the screen, a little freaking jump scare, and then the episode ends like that. And my mom and my sisters were like, what did we just watch / witness? Like, seriously, what did we just watch and witness? And then our mom thought that, oh, it was the first episode. And when we looked back, it was gone. It was gone. From Hulu, the app that we were watching, it was gone. It was gone, never to be back. And our mom thought, I thought this was the first episode. And wrong! It was not an episode, it was the last episode that we watched. And I think we were the only people that watched it, I think. And then we just watched the actual normal episode of Clarence. And I was so shocked to my sisters. But we still watched the damn show anyway. Like, we had no choice but to actually watch the first actual episode. And that last episode creeped me out, and I forgot about it, and my mother reached out to me and my sisters. Like, oh my god, like, I can't, like, oh my god. This was actually my reaction after that episode. Like, bro, like, nah, shit tripping. Like, really, nah, shit really. Like, nah, like, I thought I was done with that show, but no. I still kept going on. But yeah. And yeah, that's the last episode that I saw as a child. And I'm still to this day still so confused at why is my middle sister, still watches this damn show. Still to this day after that episode. Like, how? Like, literally how can she still watch that show? Like, only has 3 seasons. The show is fine itself, but that episode creeped me the hell out and heck out of me that day. I can't remember the day because I forget. And we did watch on Hulu, which wasn't as bad, but that episode pretty much freaked me out, and I'm like, yeah, that's just crazy. That was just crazy to me. But yeah, that's it all I have to say. But if you guys do want me to do a reading or other lost episodes, but fun fact, that's the only ever lost episode that I have saw in my life. Literally, that's the only lost episode I have seen in my life. I've not seen any other lost episodes like Glitter Force or not Mazel's Daily Circus, no. Not Hazbin Hotel, not Danny's Writing Creepypastas yet. No, My Little Pony or MOP or Equestria Girls or anything that I do talk about or Lolly Rock or or DC Superhero Girls. No, I've never seen ever. Out of those things, I've never seen a last episode out of those shows. But the only last episode I have seen, and I do not even talk about, is Clarence. That's the only last episode, Clarence, that I ever seen with a last episode. Everything else, I have not seen or last episode in my life. But that's all for today. But if you guys do enjoy this, let me know. And I am working on some new ASMR layouts for HH and maybe DW or WC, I don't know. But if you do want me to do a video like this again, I can with a reading or a different talk about video or a video about days or whatever, how I do work again or whatever. Let me know. But that is all for today I have, and I'll see you guys in the next one I post or short or whatever. But goodbye for now.